Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Golgothan, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program Career Mode. In the last video, we took a rover to Duna, and we got about 160 science, which was just enough for us to unlock docking ports. So here we have our Minmus lab. You can see it's the final product will be docking port to docking port right here. Solar panels, some lights to show off how cool it looks, a ton of batteries because apparently it takes a lot of electricity. I don't know if it needs antennas, but I've got some on there and they look cool. And then the launch vehicle, of course, is mainly these boosters is what will get us into orbit. We will need these three engines in the middle, or these three engines in the middle once we are in orbit. And then this will be mostly for transfer and setup and maybe refueling. We'll keep these on here for a little while. And then we have our pilot. This is just a tiny little plane thing I built to take this up. I originally had this with a probe core, one of these guys on it. But I thought it'd be cool if we sent someone up there and back down to pilot this mission. So I'm going to throw Bill in the pilot seat, and then Jeb and Bob will be in the lab. And then, so we'll take this into orbit, and then we have a lander that we will also take into orbit. So first we'll do this one. Alright, in the last video we talked about that we were going to be building a space station, and that's what this is. This is just a space station that we're going to put up in orbit around Minmus, and then we have a lander that will do all the science around Minmus. So let's take this guy all the way up into orbit, and then from Kerbal orbit we'll put this in Kerbal orbit, and then we will bring the lander up and dock the lander on top of this, and then use the fuel from this to transfer both over to Minmus and then down to Minmus for science. Well, the station, of course, will remain in orbit, but the lander will go down to Minmus. The Minmus has 6 or 8, I'm not exactly sure, 6 or 8 biomes on it now, so I want to be able to hit all of those up. Probably not all of them in this video. In this video, this is going to be a two-parter that I split up of probably the launch and the docking in Kerbal orbit, and then the transfer and whatnot to Minmus. Almost out of solid fuel. Back. And throttle up. Zoom past those boosters. Or as we go past those boosters, we're not really zooming all that much. Climb. Yes, it is Christmas Eve, which is also my birthday. So happy birthday to me. And I'm still enjoying doing a video for you guys. This is actually my second attempt at this video. My first attempt, I had the decoupler on the top facing the wrong direction. Whoa. Too far. I did a decoupler on the top facing the wrong direction, and so when I decoupled it, I couldn't dock onto it because it was facing incorrectly. It was horrible and frustrating. And I couldn't find a better way to do it than to just start over. How are we doing here? How does this look with the lights on it with the rocket? Pretty cool. Or the little landing rocket. I like the little landing rocket. I can't wait for Bill to fly that back down and land it. It's not an actual space plane, per se, because it doesn't have like jet engines or anything like that. It just has a regular rocket engine on it, just a small one. But it's got wings to help it glide, and that's what I'm hoping, is that I can just get enough aerodynamics to glide with it. this beast up to 120. At 120, then we can time warp at faster for our rendezvous. Maybe not 120, maybe just 100. I think just 100 will be better. Kind of wasting Delta V if you go any higher than that. Alright. And the little boosters on the side are done. Now we're just on the little guys. Get this guy up to 100k. So, normally I would have done a KSP Cathane series by now, but of course, as I've talked about, I'm having issues with my mods in the update, and they deleted our space station because the mods weren't working properly or something, and I have to completely redo the whole thing. But I still can't get the Cathane mod to work properly. Right now, I can get the parts. I can even get the parts in career mode. If I were to go to the research and development thing, you can see them in the tree now, which is pretty cool. Not part of this series, but we can't scan. Like I have a save file that's just for testing the mods, and it won't let me scan. It won't show the grid or anything like that. So I have no idea. If I'm just gonna have to wait. I looked on their on the forums about it, and I completely reinstalled Kerbal Space Program, deleted all of my mods, and and then downloaded a new one. So now I literally only have Cathane and Kerbal Space Program as my only mods. Just the game and Cathane, and it's still not working. I don't understand it. So I'm just gonna wait. Hopefully there's an update soon. I saw some people have similar problems, so I'm sure there's something somewhere along the lines that causes some to work better than others. Maybe there's a mod that you have to use with it, which would be weird, but I know there's mods that break it. Pop out the other side. I want to get this pretty close to right. There. That's about as close as it's going to get. Look at them tweaking out like that because they're so close and moving. If I time warp with this top, right? Yeah. So what do we got here? 100, 100. 400 meter difference. Not even. Alright. So now, back to the Space Center. We shall bring up our lander. Let's go get the lander. Let's go get the lander. First time I did this, I also had to do a whole nother process because I forgot to put Kerbals in the lab. Yeah, it wasn't good. So let's go Science Lander. There we go. So I had to build a shuttle to shuttle up Kerbals to the station. So it was a whole extra step that was involved. Alright, crew. Not Bobwell. Go Gothen, go. Excellent. So here's our science lander. It's got parachutes on it. Doesn't need them for Minmus, but if we use it for something else, it'd be nice to have it. What else do we have here? It's just a one-man thing. Got the science bay. Got the mystery goo, which was throwing off the balance, actually. So I had to put this strut on the front here. So it's got like this little area you can walk out and then down the ladder. See, it's got the 4 engines, like I like to do. You've seen it in my Cathane series before. and then the landing legs, some lights, and oh yeah, I read online. I know in the new Kerbal Space Program, in the new update, the 0.23, you can actually gather science with your Kerbal. Like if I were to EVA a Kerbal here and gather science from this and this, it'd get more science than just doing it from outside. I think that's how it works. So if you put it right here by the door, you have easiest access to them. What else? I think that's it. Batteries, solar panels, all the jazz. Yeah, so let's go take this thing up and dock it to our other one, our station, and take them both to Minmus. And we will launch in 3, 2, 1. Nice twilight launch. I don't think I have SAS on this thing. Or AS. Oh, throttle down. Shouldn't be an issue. It's a small craft. That was kind of my hope, is that because it's so small, I wouldn't really have to worry about it. It's kind of tilting a little bit. You know what? Before I get too far into this, I'm just gonna put the advanced SAS on there. It's 2 seconds it's gonna take me to do this, as opposed to having the mission fail completely. I'd rather just make sure we're good. There. Perfect. Save, launch. There. Now we're going to have much more control over this launch. 3, 2, 1, launch. And already making a huge difference. Solid boosters will take us all the way up for the most part. This thing is really light. The heaviest part of this whole thing is this middle engine, and probably the solid boosters. But the actual final craft is incredibly light. I gotta get us up to 200. And back to just solid boosters. They're pushing us faster than we need to. There we go. Now we got the skipper going. I still don't have the mainsail engine. I really want the mainsail engine. I'm hoping with all this science we're going to be doing on Minmus that I will be able to get a bunch more stuff, a bunch more tech. Will take us decently high up, and then we will switch to the little engines. The little engines do not have enough fuel to take us to Minmus and park us in orbit. Theoretically, I could do it if I just made this stage a little bit bigger, but I'm not worried about it. Like I said, I'm going to take it over with the other vessel, and I can transfer fuel off that. Because I will use a bunch of this fuel, probably about half of it, to get over there and dock with the other one. But you'll see, it actually is a lot of like time of thrust that we get. A lot of delta V we get for just these little engines. Where are we at? Sorry, get turning more. It's going to take quite a while for us to rendezvous, so what I will do is I'm going to line us up with a good rendezvous, hopefully. Put the apoapsis at, where do I want to put it at, 60? It's got to be over 68, it's got to be like 70, so we'll put the apoapsis at 70, and then we'll kick it out over there to about 100. Straight towards the horizon now. Help with that turning. Get it up to, there we go, 72. Physical time warp. Ain't she a beaut? Bobwell! No! Bobwell! Oh well, I guess Bobwell's gonna be our science technician. I wish that would save, that the Kerbal you put in it would save when you, go out of the vehicle assembly building. If the Kerbal is there that you used, then he's the one that goes back in it. I mean, come on. Why would I want Bobwell? But you work with what you got. Bobwell's what we got. So Bobwell is going to be our science tech. I'm not going to be so nitpicky about it that I edit the persistence file and change his name. That would just be a little ridiculous. Alright, so we need to get the apoapsis to 100 on the other side. Alright. Set as targets. Now, that's going to take a long time, so I'm going to go back to the Space Center. And I'm going to hop in here. We're going to jump over to this the Minmus lab. And we're going to land, we're going to take Bill back down to Kerbin. Now this is all going so well, I may not need to split this into 2 videos. Alright. Bill, are you ready for your journey home? Retrograde, the whole thing, retrograde. Now, as soon as I decouple this, it's basically going to become dead in the water. Big ship will. Just gotta make sure I've got battery in my little vessel. There we go. So I can set these to deploy. Let's deploy at 3,000. Now let's do there. And this one on the top. There, this one will be 5,000. Okay. Now we will decouple. There we go. That's exactly what I needed to see. And we will activate engine. Throttle up. It's working. Are we bringing ourselves down? Or is it working? I don't know why it's not working. Can I jettison? I just want to jettison this. This is dumb. Why do they do this? Look at it. I can see it. Do I have to put another decoupler? Do I have to double decoupler it? That is so lame. But now he's stranded up here forever. I'm gonna have to come and rescue him somehow. Bring a rescue team. Bring in the old Kerbal rescue team from the other series. Okay. But we'll worry about that later. We'll worry about that in another episode. In the meantime, I guess we've got this working. So, oh yeah, this is going to take forever. Like I mentioned previously, this video will be a 2-part video that will both go up today, hopefully. If not, they will go up within an hour of each other. probably around midnight and 1 a.m. But yeah, I'm hoping that I can split this into two 30-minute videos or less. If it ends up being too much more, I might split it into three 20-some minute videos, but I think it's going to be two 30-minute videos. Alright, now we're coming up here. I actually, unknowingly, used a little bit of aero braking. And it actually helped us out. I had this, was at like 6 kilometers, and coming through this little atmosphere that I went through. Look at that, 3.0 kilometers. Am I out of the atmosphere yet? Still barely in. But that was completely unintentional. I had not planned to do that. There we go, out of the atmosphere. Alright. Here's the thing, that's my actual target. Oh no! I was targeting the little tiny craft. Which is not what I wanted to target. That's fine. The next rotation I will be pretty close. I'm out of the atmosphere. Okay, so let's do one more rotation and then we'll slow ourselves down and come back to the other vessel. The other vessel. Bob well doing. Can you see anything? Oh, he's watching Kerbal fly by. Okay, we're almost there. Halfway around, I guess. See if we can see it. There it is over there, 16 kilometers away. Line ourselves up to stop. We are going way faster than it. Alright, and stop. So now I just need to go like this. See how close I can get this here now. That. Oh, no, right there. Time warp. It's got to be in draw distance pretty much at this point, almost. Look at that. 0.1. Gonna be 100 meters away from this thing. Just like that. And stop. Stop. And there we go. Good enough. So now we need to move towards it. There we go. Line up and forward. Whoa! Alright, so now let's put on brakes a little bit here. Okay. CS off. Let's turn ourselves and face us proper. Like about there, maybe a little more. There we go. That should be good. Should be able to dock like that. Alright, RCS back on. Back up. Back up. Okay, now I need to set the docking port as the target. Now, of course, I do not have I do not have my docking port camera. It's okay though. I didn't really even need it. Okay, there we go. So let's keep moving a little bit. Forward. There we go. That way. There's the marker. That's what I want to see. Alright. Just like that. Slow us a little bit. Okay. And forward. Come on, almost there. Should get some magnets pretty soon. Forward, forward. Magnets, yeah! Alright, now we just have one big vessel. Shut down engine. Shut down engine. Shut down engine. And shut down engine. There we go. Now what I want to do is I'm actually going to pull fuel out of this stage. I think. No, because we're not going to be able to do it very equally. I'm going to do it when we get there. Okay. Make sure where we are here. Okay, so I just want one more. What are these for? Our another stage. With that. Not with that. That needs to be its own stage. Okay, there we go. I like that, how that is. Now let's plot our transfer to Minmus. Set as target. So let's fix our angle. Down. More. 0. Perfect. Let's find our spots. Whoa, this thing is a beast to turn. It's gonna be nice once I kick off these first sets of engines here, this whole back tank area. These are atomic engines here. They're very efficient. Of course, you've seen me use them 100 times. So, let's find our node. How far away are we? Oh, and I'm looking in the wrong spot. I should be looking on the 180 side. There it is. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright, there we go. And time warp. get us right on target. There's Bill orbiting by himself over there. I don't think it's going to take very long for this burn. We got 15 seconds for the burn. Alright. Burn. There we go. How's it look? Point 1, not bad. I can handle point 1. So now Minmus transfer. It's over there, so I want to burn. Let's see if we can do it right from the apoapsis. Burn. Bam. There we go. And it's not even a minute of burning. How much fuel do we even have in this stage? Are we out of fuel in this stage? No. I don't know how much fuel exactly. We got a decent amount of fuel. We might be able to make it 2 Minmus with this fuel. Which is fine with me. This thing is meant for being able to refuel our lander once or twice throughout this process. Let's find our node. Music's getting low and intense. There it is. Drift. There we go. Now we time warp. Almost there. Who'd have thought 1 minute of burn time to get to Minmus? Ship is not under acceleration. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burn. Let orbit go. Expanse. Oh, here goes those engines. There we go. Wasn't working at first. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit longer now. Might mess up our burn a little bit. Fuels. More than enough. Hopefully the node will help us with our where we want to end up. And it's nice that Minmus has such low gravity because it's going to make landing and all that stuff way, way easier, and repeatedly landing. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Hard to argue with those numbers. Periapsis of 15 kilometers. So here's where I'm going to split the video as we leave Kerbin and head towards Minmus. And in the next video we will pick up as we approach Minmus and set up our station and do some science. If you enjoyed this video, please click like down below. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see other videos like it. I am Golgothan, and I will see you next time.